All right.
People would.
It is 7:15 CDM. Joshua Tati Economic Development Corporation Park Board for a regular meeting. No citizens forum this evening. Okay. C, regular agenda. Number 1, review and discuss questions related to the budget report and financial statement for November.
They're currently tracking just above projected revenue. On the real expenses we had this month was the refill machine purchase and receiving back in, that's 36,000. That's you facility steps part. Blue layers. Next month will be a different story. It's the jump for the farm last month. Running the parks. Early chunks in there, all of them. But all have to be places that you have. What?
But you have any questions?
Spending budgets. Monthly or quarterly.
I'm sorry.
They're in quarterly or monthly spending targets.
Everything you'll get here is monthly. We track everything monthly. Most of the stuff is all approved, gets negative. The park staff, all of this, the day-to-day stuff are everything.
Anybody else? All right. Number 2, discuss, consider, and possible action on meeting minutes of November 13th.
We're getting numbers together.
Yeah.
Watch them back. They on TV all like.
That's not what I'm saying.
Didn't we discuss also hard to put in? Yeah, we did. What's the status? It's all.
Start being installed in.
Oh, no, you're talking about the playground stuff? We push it back there. So this stuff, that's all. It's not coming in, it's we didn't have a contract with them. They don't. But
Estimated back then.
I take that back. The stuff for the splash pad, the finish and stuff, that is here. We have that set up. So not to say none of it should be, but none of the infrastructure. That first. Do it all at one time. That's
And how long do you think that?
30 days is the estimate.
You're gonna get all that done in 30 days? It's like.
No. it won't get, nothing ever gets built, what they say. It'll, I would say 60.
Yeah.
If we can get it out of the ground without tearing it up. That's the key, is getting it. It could, Cooper Valley, Mountain Valley, it could be that if it's not something we'd want to use there, get it sold off and that money put back in. Really depending on how much parts they will be. Surveys like we did on this one, to put down what those neighborhoods would like to see. But they all have streets, so that's one, that's the main thing I'm saying.
Where's the market?
I'm sorry, Cooper Valley, did I say Mountain Valley? Cooper Valley,
It said, well,
Cooper Valley and Joshua.
do y'all still do the trap thing in the spring?
Yes.
Or in the winter? Did you do this last year?
Yes. We're doing it again.
It's January 12th is the date.
Yeah.
I'll be.
We're about to doubtful fact. It'll be in the final phase, it's not playing. I know about where it is, but it won't be it is not the retention. No, so, but we haven't accepted it. No, and it's actually a little bigger, it's like. But it's like. Very.
Okay, so we need to approve the minutes. Yeah. So
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the percentage for November 13, 2023.
I said.
all in favor? So approve the minutes.
You thought well.
Okay, number 30, discuss, consider and possible action, purchase of approximately 10 acres located at 799 County Road. That several acres of flood.
So about a little under half of this property is considered floodplain. But that's not an uncommon thing. There's a big pond already on this one that you could certainly make work to get it ready for fish. Stock it, the fishing gear put on this thing. I like to put the current park gas. Which is for running, put some pickleball courts and parking. The basic part of this, if you're looking at that picture from where now the right side of it, well, you kind of see the contour as it follows, as it comes towards 909, towards the right side, right corner. That's little free flows through there, through those trees there, and so there's no there going off in there. So a little bit of floodplain there, but you can easily put a parking area in there, have some playground there, pickleball, and probably some other practice field or something that we're always looking for in giant. What's that?
Dog
Parks, yeah. I mean, there's a number of things that you can do over there. The property's been listed for, been on the books, I think, for 3 or 4 months. It's been listed. I think they've got it listed for 279. So, 120 days it's been on the market in this market, so I would probably not offer. I would start at less than 200, maybe over, just to see if she's motivated to sell. A property's been in that family for a number of years. They're looking to pass away and children. It's been quite a while. I'm sorry. They're dividing up several pieces of that property off the sale. This one, I think, is the largest piece. So it's got streets on two sides of it. That's Eddie Avenue there. It's the street county road now that actually has it, drains the water. And sewer out when so it feels something more than building restaurant, whatever it's going to be like, we decide, that is some responsibility. So it might be worth it to get it for you. Not much more cost us anything to try. But quite yeah. No. If you know, I mean, that's the biggest piece that really would fit in the park master plan, called it for a several acre park over on that side of town, so. Not exactly the area close to this. Make a nice fit.
What else does she do with it?
There's a couple of lots could be buildable, but she's always gonna have a problem with the lot. It drains off Creek, Buffalo Creek drains. Right there, the well that's there, it's not real well defined. Not in water, it does drain off Creek. So
What's that deal with that thing, never why?
I think probably just, yeah, we're just seal.
Or how deep?
I'm not sure how deep it is, there may be something we can find out. A little map. See how we put a fountain like we did
What's the acquisition with friends? Is there a state law
as far as what?
for buying property?
We typically use a realtor that goes in and makes an offer. We don't a lot of times. It's the city wants it, those price to support it. But, yeah, it's good. Of course, you negotiate. The people all suggested. Get a lot of calls about people also. Would be some basketball or the park. It's very traffic park. Basketball. I don't know, it's all full, right? Yeah, they're all. Parking, open space, it's quality of life stuff. We are well under for a lot of place and I think it's part of it. So anything for it's yes, you can make this work.
I like the idea of it. I mean, I like that it has a pond on there. With a walking trail around it, something like that. I don't like the price of it, but. And shade number 10 acres. We're gonna have to put into it. I don't know what their deal is.
Well, I think probably the realtor can help us with that. If we know it's in the area. It's huge problem.
Yes.
Right, county gives us a start.
We don't really have anything on the side of it, so I think it.
Even if we set up for $500,000, they help out. That's also.
Go for it.
Now we'll let it go.
Get a realtor.
Yeah.
Help us out with it.
Yeah, for a number of years.
I'll make a motion if we start out and offer our 200,000, see what they get.
I personally think we see what the realtor can do for it, maybe he should just 180,
Yeah.
170 or something like that, as opposed to a
I was in.
But I think we need to make sure we set a cap that we're comfortable with, right? So whatever that may be.
Typically, we figure out what the maximum is if we have interest in, if we're able to make a deal with one that. Special call. Get y'all in there real quick to. The executive session. For it. Kind of depends on how the council falls, because they also have to approve it. We can at least get your approval to make a deal.
Well, we can get a report from EDC.
So,
The activity out there. We used to have a lot of trouble.
to get an activity of
Well,
call volume and.
Yeah,
mark
call
volume, so that would be part of what we.
see that, because there's, if there's a lot, like,
We have a
there
lot.
used to be a lot of kids out there.
The pregnant part.
Right there, yes, to the block.
Give them a place to hang out. That's pretty cool. I think there's definitely.
I don't think you.
Well, then I guess I'll retract my motion to allow an individual broker to negotiate a price, or do we set a cap?
Are you open to a recommendation? I would ask to consider, an opening. Bid 175. That's equal. But just somewhere.
Well, it's got that
That's 1025.
Like, just to be able to go out with an appraisal. Is there,
Yeah, we would, well, it depends, appraisal. This would be something that I would assume that we would pay cash for, right? But he would look at comps in that area. So what land for light land in that area is going for, we'll have some to compare. But again, it's hard to put a price on the use for a park. You know, if we were gonna develop it, obviously, depending on how much is buildable land. Not have it. It's built, but we put other things in there, but won't have to put all the old soccer, they can be in the park.
I guess my thing is I don't see the difference between going and say 279.
well, that's the
So,
point.
yeah,
Is that the realtor will-
Yes, he'll tell us if it's overpriced.
Right.
It will.
These things. Plan, our parts, anything else there.
And we'll also bring him in when we have that meeting, talk about it. Yeah, the motion. Yep.
Gee.
Right. Second, that.
All in favor to approve 175 and 225?
We'll be getting that number.
Well,
It's an arbitrary number.
I know it's.
If he just comes right out and says, there's no way, that's not enough.
Okay.
Yeah, you have another meeting, get it?
you want to modify this?
You want to modify this one? we'll do due diligence, we'll get so many days, we'll probably ask for a 30-day due diligence time. If we come to terms on an offer, then we'll start looking at the things that Marlon talked about. We'll talk to Jason, find out what our sewer stuff is like out there. We'll get flood stuff, things like the county, water, we'll do all that stuff. If she accepts. That's me.
It seems a little bit early to look into grades.
Well, y'all can always decide to go a little higher, maybe she won't go to 2.5, but she'll settle for 2.30.
But I think the book is also more budget. Because like you put a price on parking. Really where we willing to spend. Not really problem for
Non-problem.
Okay, so. Okay, so all in favor. Approving the motion. To allow the realtor to look into the property to see in the full comp and. The ability to offer 175 to. All in favor? Unanimous. Future agenda items request.
I mean, I'd like to see us put back on there, instead of waiting till 7:15, maybe move this meeting time up, maybe. They, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if A4's done, we just sit around, but if they get done, even if they get longer, we can still start the meeting by everything.
So jokingly, I have said in the past, why can't type A and type B swap? Can we do that in 2024? Can we go first? No, I mean, did anybody else have a problem? What time did they start?
So we pushed that, it was 6:30, we pushed it, we'll start the movie one.
That's several options.
So I'd like to ask them to swap. No. You know, y'all. I think Monday is fine.
Oh, let's do it.
We don't want
Let's
to be
do
here
it.
every night.
I think Mondays are fine, but. And that's what their agenda.
I'd be good with that too.
All right. Anybody else?
It says this meeting, y'all got a group, y'all got the board members can meet at earlier time, meet at earlier time, with that stuff.
Oh, we should be here. So you guys.
We should have. them.
7:30 in the evening, or